good. Hey. So, I had a really interesting weekend. What happened was, I've been wanting to go to some Native American festival, and I had done a lot of research on local ones, and I had woke up during the weekend, and I was just really in the mood to go to one, and I knew on my calendar I had saved a bunch, but definitely this weekend I knew that I didn't have any saved. But I said, why not look again? And somehow I had missed one, and it was really local to me, which was weird. So I headed out there, and I had a really good feeling about it, since the moment I left my house to go to it, to the moment I arrived. And when I actually got on the grounds, it was really neat because they had ceremonial dances in the middle. It was a circle and surrounded by tents where people can sit and watch, and it had one place where you would go inside, and across from that gate they had the drummers, and it was really neat because they actually had dances nonstop, and the ones I grew up going to, it wasn't like that. So I was watching that, and I was really enjoying it, and I was praying, and I was hoping that, I could feel the energy, and I was putting my hands out like this, and I was trying to absorb the wisdom that I could possibly get from that circle. And the guy that was standing by the gate where you enter the circle, I had just sat there to watch one dance, and I was just I just wanted to be out there so bad. I just wanted to be a part of it. And he had actually came over to me, and he invited myself and my boyfriend to go inside the circle, and he said, "This is an intertribal dance. Would you please go in and dance in the circle?" And I couldn't believe it. It was the most amazing thing ever. And then when I left, I decided to check out some vendors, and I found a really great book on a medicine wheel, and it is perfect. It's exactly what I'm looking for, and I'll share that with you in a moment. But then I also ran into a man that happened to be a light worker. Somehow, I don't know how we got into that conversation, but we did. And he told me that he is from the star system Alteri, and the woman that he's with is from the star system Syria. And I didn't talk to her at all. I talked to him a lot, but it's really interesting because they say that dolphins came from Syria, from the tribe Dogon, the Dogon tribes. I don't really know much about it, but this is what took me back talking to him. And I never really find one that has fine light workers in person, and I never really find ones in person that actually have a message for me. So this was really cool because it actually hit home. What he told me is that in his life he was so worried about saving the planet, and it was really overwhelming, and it was very stressful for him. And what he had channeled from Saint Germain is that he wasn't here to put all his efforts into saving the planet. He's actually here to help humans understand and remember who they are. And if you have been with me through this entire journey of this blog, You probably have seen the changes that I have gone through. I went first from being really adamant about cetacean consciousness, and I was really wrapped around the idea how they have a chamber that humans also possess that are connected to higher consciousness. And what's shocking is that their chamber is actually way bigger than what we possess. And and then I was really wrapped around the whole concept of the aquatic ape theory, and how dolphins and humans may have evolved from the same ancestors just by looking at their anatomy. So I felt like there was one other thing that I was just really into, but all that, and then I was really into making petitions and trying to save them, and trying to socially reintroduce captive cetaceans, and it was just really stressful for me. And the people that I was involving myself with was really overwhelming, because they're like really brutal, and they're very set in their ways and stubborn, and all the power to them, because they're doing a lot of hard work out there. But I just realized that that's not really, like, as much as I would love to save them, I can do my personal work, but I realized that that wasn't what I was here for. I was here to share the other side of the animal kingdom, the spiritual side of them, the totems, and the relations that we have with animals and what we can learn from them. And then hopefully what I can share with you, you can incorporate into your own life, into your own spirit guides. So just hearing that from him just took a big relief off of me, because that was really hard for me. When I started reaching more over to the spiritual side, I knew that I was going to lose a lot of people, and I did. And that was fine, because they're not the people that I was trying to reach out to. But it was really sad that happened, because I used to be really close to some of them. So when I went to go work at the Dolphin Research Center, I was, face to face with a lot of people that did not approve of that life, and trust me, I didn't either. But I was really happy being there also, because they are doing groundbreaking research, and if it wasn't for them, there would be not a lot of things known about them today. Like, I've met so much adversity about dolphins having metacognition, and that means awareness of self. But because of their research there's so much to know about them being completely aware of themselves and aware of their social hierarchy. So I have to hands down give them gratitude for sharing that with the world, because when I tell people that dolphins have awareness of self, they laugh at me. But when I actually can say, hey, I work there and I've seen it firsthand, they kind of give me a second chance. But that's all besides everything. It's really cool though, because this book, I was just flipping through it, and it actually talks about the dolphins and the whales, and they say that dolphins and whales are attempting psychic connections with humans in order to save our Earth Mother, their waters, this planet, and what I don't know if I already said this, what I always learned was that dolphins were keepers of the light grid, and as in the meridians on the earth, the whole electromagnetic field in its whole entirety. And then whales were keepers of the biofield, meaning the earth itself, the physical plane. So dolphins were the spiritual plane and whales were the physical plane. Another really interesting thing that happened there was that there was a lady who I had made a conscious choice to wear this piece of jewelry and one other one, and this one is a medicine bracelet. It's Tibetan. These are called Bodhi beads, Bodhi, and they're made with coral and turquoise, and it takes 8 days for each bead to be made because they're made by monks and they are prayed over. And she actually said that for her it has worked. I don't wear it every day. I want to, and she inspired me to want to wear it every day. I also have this. It was my grandfather's, and this is also coral and turquoise. And this is from a Native American who made this. I think that's very, very interesting because, you know, Tibet is across the Great Water and the Native Americans are on the other side, and they're both into medicine a lot and spirituality. And I looked into coral and turquoise more, and coral is actually for bone growth, and then turquoise is for spirituality and to like combat disease. I could put more information in the description because I can't really remember it off the top of my head, but I'm just glad that she stopped and she said something, and I don't know, that just made me really happy. So I also want to mention that I posted a lot of great videos on playlists. If you look on Earthwalk, I've posted movies and a very inspirational speaker, writer. His name is Gabriel Horn. He actually changed my life. He's what led me to the Dolphin Research Center through his book Contemplations of a Primal Mind. And he talks about the star people as well. I really want to get back into my research with star people. I need to get my hands back on that book because I gave it away, but I gotta share with you so much from that book. And I also posted a great movie called Miss of Avalon under, what playlist is that? It's let me see. Sorry. I know. Okay. Keepers of the Light. So if you believe you were a shaman, a medicine woman, medicine man, a priestess, a priest, also known, wrapped into one category as a wise one, you would really love that movie because it is all about the period where you guys were very active. And if you want to know more information about it, like if you want me to do a video on it, just make a comment. But if you would like a good source of information on wise ones, there's this book Realms of the Earth Angels by Doreen Virtue. She has another book, Pocket Guide to Earth Angels, which was the one before this, but she actually, after doing much research, she realized that some of them weren't Earth Angels, which she talked about, and then she found out more information. Where I found about purifying crystals was from this book that I shared before, The American Indian Secrets of Crystal Healing. And then the Dancing with the Medicine Wheel book is very awesome because it actually talks about a lot. It talks about how to center yourself, and how important that is for the whole of humanity. But it has exercises to feel the medicine wheel energy, how to build a medicine wheel, full moon meditations and the moon's influence. And I really like this part. It describes you how to create medicine wheel tools in depth. And then it talks about healing with the wheel. So it will tell you how to heal with crystals and minerals. It tells you how to heal with plants. And then it tells you how to heal with colors and bringing that all into your home. And I like it too because it has kind of a little, from what I see, well, it has totem animals too, and then it looks like it has a lot of earth astrology in here. But he also has a book all on its own, and it's really cool because I thought this was a children's book based on the cover and the word workbook, but this is nowhere near for children alone. This is for everyone, and I highly recommend it. I barely dipped into it. I'm only a few pages in, and I'm really happy on the purchase. Alright, that was a short little video that I wanted to share with you, and if I could think of anything else, I'll definitely post a video soon. I'm really busy at the moment. I'm really excited. I just started working a new job with teenage girls in the Girl Scouts, and it's a blessing. And I'm learning a lot about myself.